There is something strange about human behavior. You already know what can improve your life. You know you should work out consistently. You know you should start that important project. You know you should have that difficult conversation. You know you should take that opportunity. And yet, you still don't do it. Instead, you delay things again, you distract yourself without realizing, you slowly start avoiding everything important. And the worst part is this: you are fully aware of it, but you still cannot stop yourself. Most people think this means they are lazy. Some people think they are just afraid. Others believe they lack discipline completely. But according to Science and Human Behavior by B.F. Skinner, that is not true. You are not avoiding success in life. You are actually avoiding uncomfortable feelings. In this book, behavior is not about personality. Behavior is explained through consequences and results. Skinner explained that repeated behavior gets reinforced. That means something rewarded that behavior before. Now think about your avoidance patterns carefully. When you delay an important task, what happens? The pressure slowly starts disappearing. The anxiety becomes a little weaker. The fear becomes quiet for a moment, and your brain learns something important. Avoiding this situation made me feel better. That small moment of relief matters a lot, because that relief becomes a reward, and anything that gets rewarded gets repeated. This is where most people misunderstand everything. They think they avoid things because they are weak, but the truth is very different. You avoid things because it actually works. Avoidance is a very effective short-term solution. It removes discomfort almost instantly. Let's understand this with a simple example. You have a very important task to do. This task could completely change your life. But the moment you think about it seriously, you feel pressure. You start feeling fear and uncertainty, so you open your phone casually. You start scrolling without thinking much, and suddenly you feel a little better. You are not successful at that moment. You are not productive either, but you feel calmer inside. And that calm feeling is very powerful, because your brain only cares about immediate results. And in that exact moment, avoidance solved your problem. Now here comes the dangerous part. Every time you avoid something difficult again, you train your brain to repeat that behavior. In behavioral science, this is called reinforcement. Skinner explained that behavior grows step by step. So when you delay something important and then feel relief afterward, you make that habit even stronger. Over time, this becomes automatic. Your brain starts predicting discomfort earlier. Now you don't just avoid doing the task, you avoid even thinking about it. This is exactly why people stay stuck in life, not because they cannot change themselves, but because they have been trained this way. Skinner made a very powerful statement. The causes of behavior are outside you. They are not inside your personality. That means your avoidance is not your identity. It is your environment and past experiences. If every time you faced discomfort you escaped it, your brain learned that pattern slowly. If distractions are always available around you, your environment supports your avoidance behavior. If there is no reward for doing hard things, your brain naturally rejects those actions. So when you say you don't understand yourself, the answer is actually very simple. You were trained to behave like this. People love giving simple advice like this. Just do it somehow, push through your limits, be more disciplined in life. But this advice ignores how behavior works. You are not fighting laziness here, you are fighting a learned system. A system built through repeated experiences. A system reinforced again and again. And willpower alone cannot beat that system. Skinner suggested a very different approach. If you want to change your behavior, you must change the conditions around you, not just your intentions or motivation. So how do you break this cycle properly? You do not fight yourself emotionally. You redesign your environment completely. You reduce the discomfort of starting tasks. You make tasks smaller and easier. You add small rewards after action. You give your brain a reason to act. You remove distractions from your surroundings. You limit your easy escape options. You change your environment intentionally. You make the right action easier to do because behavior changes when conditions change, not when you just try harder. So next time you avoid something important, do not call yourself lazy again. Do not blame your discipline completely. Ask yourself a better question instead. What discomfort am I trying to escape? What reward is reinforcing this behavior? Because once you understand this clearly, you stop fighting yourself internally, and you start changing your system instead, and that is where real change begins.